they're getting ready to launch, it's loaded properly on the rocket at hand. So he goes between here and Florida. Yep. He said, and his he had to get cleared by the CIA and FBI. And when he gets cleared, he gets an extra 25 stacks. Yeah. Yes. That is. He's doing good, babe. Not really. He said, nah, man. He said, you know, no, not really. I mean, he was in the Navy, so you know how they are. But he's doing good, man. So we'll hook up with them on Tuesday, because then we get a chance to meet the baby. Oh, you were serious when you said that? Oh my God. Mm-hmm. The chicken was cracking. I didn't get none. I didn't even get none, babe. I forgot all about it, to be honest with you. When I was getting ready all that, then I called Kevin and we got to talking, and I completely forgot. And then when he came over, because when I called him, he was already up here at Carmel Mountain. Matter of fact, when he was over here the other day, his cousin, yeah, like on the next block. Yep. What's that? Oh, okay.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Yeah. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he will be brought down here at about the 17.
No. What do you mean? Why can't we have that? So you can't wake me up? Was it what, you scared? Well then, you know what to do then. Sure. Sure. I know, that's why I'm glad that he decided to do Tuesday, babe. I don't know, but you know, he didn't have the pretzels ready either, so let's just do it right. I'm looking forward to Sunday though. We playing golf. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that, baby. Our tee time's at 9:40. Okay. No. Yeah, yeah, I was gonna tell you. What time you leaving for LA tomorrow? Oh, I'm gonna be home by the time you. Oh, okay. There you go. What? You gotta do it tonight?
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants.
Yeah, it just says 8, which is tomorrow.
The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, it's gonna lighten up. Did you really go into the carpool lane?
Yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
That's cool.
On 2nd down, here's Lawletta. Over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, continue to focus on not giving up the big play.
And let me tell you this, though. I got to tell you this. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. But I love the fact that you are so adamant about being on time. So... And the fact that everybody was cool with you, maintain that drive, babe. Don't lose that drive. So many cool places lose that drive. You know, they get complacent and comfortable. Oh, they're going to be cool. You know, last time I did that, they were cool. So they, you know, don't fall in that trap, okay? Maintain that drive, babe. Maintain that drive. Don't ever lose it. Because it'll get easier. It becomes natural to you. You know what I mean?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. That now running right through it. 12
yards
natural return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
No, because after the 8th, it went to the... after the 8th, I went to the 16th. That's your next order.
The 4th down run successful.
Yeah.
Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Think of that, man.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And able to follow his center and pick up the first.
We just got tired of
around 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about.
You gotta go to that place that you went to.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
For the
they'll try to throw now. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Elliott, and he's got room. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll.
I'm happy for Kevin back because I was so, you know, when they fired him back, I was so mad. I was so mad.
Second down. Prescott now on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
Yeah. It's pretty in-depth.
You know, it's mental fatigue dealing with
playmakers' hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options.
Spent a lot of time
Here's
talking
the
to Sam
Giant
and
offense now as they get ready to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards.
They didn't say it. I'm just saying
make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, you know, when that incident happened, I know that bastard ain't the only person that's talking like that. So, you know, I need to make sure that I don't want to, you know, I don't want to put Shannon in any type of bad situation.
This defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset.
So, with that being said, I got to make sure that,
and you know what it is?
You
Let's
know,
race to the quarterback.
I don't put him, you know, I don't put him in situations where they say, well, you know, he's treating these people like that, and, you know, I just don't want him to be caught up.
As this game goes on, I'm gonna hit him with a screen soon.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Loretta. He finds Beckham complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient.
I just got to make sure.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
You know, because my thing is, I'm just trying to help that brother out. You know, I have compassion for him considering he lost his mom. That's what Sean was explaining to me too. Is that he's like, man, I do so much for that dude when his mother passed. As far as giving him extra time, competency, he did a lot. And it's just, Teron is lazy. And that's very common with them Southern folks. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can find some really lazy brothers, unfortunately.
Here's Loretta now on 2nd. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But
damn.
one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally.
Oh, that was cool, man. Damn. Where's this at?
And they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Yeah.
Ball looking to throw on second down. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From the gun on third down, Lauletta. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down.
You see it. Yep.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over.
Impression's the last impression, man.
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on
First
board,
impression
but
the
still
last.
trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Prescott.
That's
complete.
Be quiet.
Gain of 21 yards.
So much drama in the LC. It's kind of hard to get stupid to get LG, but
Give to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Damn, that sounds like a damn lion roaring.
Caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Are you hinting at something?
Extra point up and good by Bailey.
Hinting at something?
The decision to just kick the extra point winds up
You want me to get a motorcycle?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
You ain't never lied, because I ain't going to get no motorcycle.
This fielded at the 2.
You know, because he was like, I like driving a motorcycle.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
No, you would not.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Big choke now.
How you gonna be driving it, baby?
Field goal makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now.
Okay, man, I see what
Get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Lauletta on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. David Irving in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Lauletta. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's set away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Lauletta. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys.
Fumbling and rumbling.
But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. First and 10, Lauletta. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Lauletta trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bailey got the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This is first and goal, and a golden
what the
chance
hell?
to get a score back here before halftime.
How's it first and goal?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run.
Oh, my God.
He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. Lalletta now to throw it. It's caught. Beckham. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Lalletta on third and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal.
51, Mike 51.
A shotgun snap to Lalletta. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And they lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
There you
He
go.
fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple.
That's
And
it.
they'll start
I
with
got
great
it.
field position at the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
Let's go.
come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st down, Lauletta. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Lauletta. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw, Lauletta. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls it over. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll lose yardage here back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawletta. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time on 4th down for Lauletta. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified. Illegal.
Maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that will extend this big lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Gordon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Miles. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Lauletta back to the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
To the air yet again, Lauletta. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here, back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hurry up, here we go.
Lauletta looking for a 1st down throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun, Lauletta. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these players are really for next week trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta on 1st down. He shakes it off. He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Set, 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Lowell on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Lowell now on 2nd. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Loletta, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
A try here for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.